Greetings, my young friends. Welcome to Odin Storytime. I am Odin, the Norse god of wisdom and adventure. Today, I will share with you a tale called The Origins of the Dwarves, Masters of Craft and Magic, a story from the mighty Norse legends that teaches us courage and cleverness. So, let's dive into the world of gods and heroes. Long ago, before the world was fully shaped, there was a vast and empty place called Ginnungagap, a yawning void, silent and still. To the north lay the cold land of Niflheim, filled with ice and mist, and to the south, the fiery realm of Muspelheim, where flames danced and roared. Between these two worlds, the warm air met the cold, and from this meeting, life began to stir. In the melting ice of Niflheim, strange shapes formed. From the drops of melting ice, tiny creatures came to life. They were the first dwarves. But these were no ordinary beings. They were small in size but mighty in skill, born from the very essence of the earth itself. Their skin was like stone, their eyes bright and sharp as gems, and their fingers nimble and clever. The dwarves made their home deep beneath the mountains, in dark, winding halls filled with sparkling gems and glowing fires. They loved the earth and all its secrets. With steady hands and wise minds, they learned to shape metal and stone, turning raw materials into wondrous treasures. They crafted swords that could cut through the thickest armor, shields that could withstand the fiercest blows, and jewelry that shimmered like the stars. One of the greatest dwarves was named Brokkr, and his brother, Sindri. These two were the finest smiths ever known, their skill unmatched by any other. It was said that when they worked, the very earth sang with the sound of their hammers striking anvils, and sparks flew like tiny stars bursting in the night sky. Now, the gods of Asgard, including myself, often sought the dwarves' craft. I remember well the day when Loki, the trickster god, came to Brokkr and Sindri with a challenge. Loki boasted that the dwarves could not create treasures as fine as those made by the gods themselves. He wagered his own head if they succeeded. Brokkr and Sindri accepted the challenge without fear. They set to work in their underground forge, where the air was thick with smoke and the heat was fierce. First, they made a golden boar named Gullinbursti, whose bristles glowed like the sun and could run faster than any horse. Next, they forged a golden ring called Draupnir, which had the magic to multiply itself every 9 nights, giving endless wealth. Finally, they crafted a mighty hammer named Mjolnir, for Thor, the god of thunder. This hammer was no ordinary weapon. It could summon lightning and thunder, and always return to Thor's hand, no matter how far it was thrown. But as Sindri worked the bellows, Loki, ever sly, tried to spoil their work. He transformed into a fly and bit Brokkr's eyelid to distract him, almost ruining the hammer. Yet, Brokkr's determination was strong. He did not stop, and the hammer was completed, though its handle was shorter than planned. When the gods saw these treasures, they were amazed and joyful. Loki had lost the bet, and though he tried to escape, the dwarves were clever and held him to his word. But the story of the dwarves is not only about their crafts. It is about their spirit, a spirit of courage, patience, and cleverness. The dwarves, though small, remind us that greatness comes not from size or strength alone, but from the heart and mind. They teach us to respect the earth's gifts and to use our talents wisely. Their creations shaped the fate of gods and men alike. Mjolnir, the hammer of Thor, became a symbol of protection and power. Gullinbursti, the golden boar, carried the god Freyr through the skies with speed and grace. Draupnir, the magical ring, brought endless abundance to those who possessed it. So, my young friends, when you look at the stars or feel the earth beneath your feet, remember the dwarves, the masters of craft and magic, born from ice and fire, who teach us that with courage and cleverness, we can create wonders beyond imagining. I hope you enjoyed this story about the origins of the dwarves, masters of craft and magic. The lesson we learned today is that courage and cleverness, paired with hard work, can bring forth great wonders. Remember to carry this wisdom with you, and be courageous and clever every day. Join me again soon for more tales from the Norse legends. Till I see you again, farewell, my young friends.